And it go to encourage many young people who I see today on family life, on constructive, that they know that, hey, I have to bring up my child to the standard at a race. I have to push my child to become a doctor, to become a lawyer, to become an engineer, to become a professor, to become a judge, to become a prime minister. And this is what the younger Africans are trying to do. But our leaders who pass and gone never seem to see that. They believe that we still think in 1962 where the Africans before, our mothers and grandparents, they didn't care about land, they didn't care about what, because look at it now. In the corporation back in the days, in the city corporation back in the days, no African people didn't want to work because they think that they're going down and clean the chain. I can remember small, I seen people clean my community, the corporation, and it's Indian people. I want to ask them where they're from. They're from Chagonas, they're from Cuba. No, the African people realize, young people realize that the benefit of the corporation, the benefit of a stable job, a permanent job, a job where you could get something where a long term. When they reach 60, you could get an NIS, you could get a pension. This is what the African younger youths basing on. They didn't base on the mentality of the 1962 or the 10 days. And no, they want stable job. They want job to not when they go to work, they are sick leave, they are casual, they are vacation. They're not going to go out there, work 8 hours a day, 365 days in a year, no vacation, no sick leave, no casual, they're just working and they're not seeing the money, no days to relax themselves and take some days to come back out again. So we need to do more to empower the African youths.
Yeah.
Push them, give them that encouragement to be stronger. And as I said, that we change. Some of us still falter, but I could say most of us who I know living in it, because I can tell you next to me here, I can tell you where I live here, they have a doctor. He teaching you next to me. Well, he moved as yet. He might move out just now, but it have a doctor who work in a hospital living next to me here. I could go on and on and on and on. And this is what we are seeing in the new generation in Africa. So I am saying land is something what you have to have. And let us stop defending people who have millions of dollars, and let us focus on empowering ourselves. I thank you very much.
Yeah, man. I agree with you 100,000% with that. You know, we just cross up with certain topics, especially international affairs, where you need to just listen to me instead of them thoughts that you just be having, them dreams you having, hugging up Trump or whatever. But I have to agree with you 100%. There is true education, and not just whatever traditional education that puts you along a road, but through the understanding and the realization of life, and the opening of our eyes to what exists within our society, that desire and that push for more and for betterment. The way to arrive at improvement is what is challenging for many of the youths. How to get there, because through the traditional systems of work, you know, they find that it doesn't add up. Cost of living, wages, it just does not add up to be able to afford to make steps towards progressing and building something for your future. And that is the challenge that faces the younger generation, myself, and even younger individuals as well. So we must work towards structuring a society that understands that and affords the opportunity and the ability for them to progress. And LSA, Land Settlement Agency, the delivery of deeds of comfort, Susuland projects, yes, the HCC, even with the creation of subsidized low-cost housing, but more must be done to meet that challenge that young people within our society have. More must be done in terms of education. Thank God they understand now, like Kingsley saying, people want to gravitate more towards a permanent job and the benefits that arise therefrom. They're not so willing, especially younger people, to just take the temporary 10 days or whatever. Then they would take it if there's nothing else available. You know, half a loaf is better than nothing. But as a goal and an ambition, they could count to meet the needs that they have. Those types of things cannot meet it. And we as a society, our leaders, those who structure the society, have to keep all these things in mind. So stay away, avoid people's private property. What is not yours, don't get into an argument and a fight over it. Trinidad is vast. Move, take a drive, look at where is available further on. Try to learn how to check a survey map or to ask someone to assist you to see if who is the owner of that. Wherever you see developing communities in certain places, respectfully go and see if there's an ability for you to access land that you can build your future on. That you could go through this process with a understanding government now, and hopefully in the future one that even facilitates more for your upliftment, and go through that system that at the end of it you have something to call your own. And things are not immediate. I know the youth are anxious. I know we live in an age where we are accustomed to certain things being immediate. And patience is not a natural trend of the youth. But for some things, you have to be patient. You have to plan long term. You need to make the effort early. You need to plant that tree, that seed today. And it is only through the process of time and everything else that you sometimes don't even have to do. But time is an essential one there, that you will realize fruit. And I look forward as well to the operation of our government in creating programs to drive agriculture, but also drive land ownership, farm ownership, revitalization of the farms, the cocoa estates, the land that exists, that is arable, that has produce on it. You all would be amazed that in certain places, produce, mango, cocoa, coconut, it just goes to waste. Come out, and the opportunity, God willing, will come to myself and others who have this vision and this love for people, to enable us, to empower them to move out of the four walls of a a concrete jungle. If you're close to the city in proximity and you're a professional, earning high wages because of your skill, and you have to center yourself there, no problem. But the wealth is in the land. The living, the good living, the health, the fresh air, the fresh food from outside to your pot is not in the concrete jungle. Expand your mind. Jump on the bus and go and see and come back. And take yourself to another level. Take yourself, and by extension, your act helps those in your generation to follow. Blessings to everyone on this Friday, and we will recover and we will come back stronger from the football disappointments, etc. Let us forge a way forward for Trinidad and Tobago. Have a wonderful day, and God willing, we'll be back next week. Take care.
1 p.m. and on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the streets 919 FM. Designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us.